Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. So today we're just going to mention all the products we've been loving as of recently. So if you're interested in the products we love, then just keep on watching. Excellent. Well, thank you. Okay, so you guys know we have a love for things in a spray bottle. The Wet n Wild primer waters are lovely for priming and setting spray.
Everything.
They're so juicy and so delicious. They're like a finishing spray, more of. They're not like a setting spray, obviously. They're more of like a MAC Fix Plus kind of deal. Cucumber's probably my favorite smell. We got rose as well and coconut. Haven't tried out coconut. This is our second repurchase of the cucumber, so it's not open yet. But I saw them at Target the other day and I had to get all three. And then I've really been enjoying the Laura Geller Spackle Under Makeup Primer. It's so hydrating. Like, it's just, you have to feel it to know exactly what I'm talking about, trying to describe but failing at. That's exactly what it feels like. That's the only way I can describe it. It feels amazing. Obviously, we've used quite a bit of this. The one time that we were at Ulta one day and we just like felt it on the back of our hands and we're like, we may need this, and then we did. So I've been really enjoying this lately, and I've just wanted to use it up to make more room in our primer stash. So you guys probably know the amount we've raved about it on our Instagram, but the Natasha Denona Face Glow Foundation is phenomenal. Probably one of my favorite glowy foundations. I wish it had just like a tiny bit more coverage, but that's it. Just a little splat coverage in there, you know, just a little extra. But this is gorgeous. You gotta shake it, otherwise it's gonna come out like water and it's so creepy. But yeah, this is so nice if you like a nice little dewy foundation. For concealer, I've been really loving the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Concealer. We have it in the lightest shade, which I don't know what it's called, but probably Fair. This is not Fair, just for the record, but I like the tone of this. It's kind of peachy gray almost, but it cancels out your under eye circles really well. I really like this blended out with a finger or a sponge. I never use a brush, but a finger works really, really well with this. I just really like it. And surprisingly, I love the Huda Beauty Overachiever Concealer. I have it in 10N Coconut Flakes. This is like a good in-between shade when I'm like tan versus like lighter tan. I'm not usually too pale. But this is like a really just good, like, good shade. And for some reason, I thought this was going to be, like, the foundation, super full coverage, very easily caked onto the face. It creases pretty bad in my lines if I don't use, like, my Tatcha primer. But this, you don't, like, I don't have to set it, and it doesn't get all, like, gross and, like, creasy. It's so lovely and has an immense amount of coverage. I got that for her for Christmas, so you're welcome. For powder, I've been enjoying the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin. This one's in Fair. I like this to set my under eyes. I've pretty much always preferred, not always, but as of recently, I've preferred like a pressed powder to set my under eyes. Loose powders just tend to get really cakey under my eyes for one reason or another. So I finished up my Wet n Wild one, and this is the one I've been reaching for now, and I've really been enjoying it. And I'd also like to mention, I've always thought about doing this, but I don't think it's worth it for me to have to like wear it like that. But I would love to do a video on how baking looks on dry skin, because nobody talks about it. Like on YouTube, like hardly anybody ever says like, oh, this is horrible because I, baked under my eyes. But if you could see up close how disgusting it looks, you would understand why we just lightly dab the powder on, because it is so bad. Like, your little creases stick together and they like clump. It's so weird. Any texture you have just looks so emphasized. It's horrible. Does not look good. I think I might do a video on that. I just don't really want to wear it. So maybe we could do a comparison, like one eye and then one eye. Yeah. Another powder would be the Colourpop Loose Setting Powder. I will probably continue to mention this for a long time because I'm still completely mind blown by how lovely this is. Just with like a brush and a little bit of it, you can't tell that you even placed powder under your eyes. It's really pretty. Undetectable. It's amazing. I hate that it's this small, but it is pretty inexpensive. And when you're just using a little bit, it's not gonna, run out too quickly. But I really enjoy this powder. And for bronzer, we have mentioned this a couple of times, but I don't think we've really gone into depth about it, but this is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer in What Shady Beaches. This is basically a dupe for Give Me Sun? Give Me Sun by MAC. Why did I forget about that? It's really, really good. I've heard like the lighter shades in this are basically just highlighters. This one doesn't have a lot of shimmer in it, almost at all. I mean, it has a slight bit of glow, but it's very similar to MAC. Fix Plus is not what it's called. To MAC Give Me Sun. It's a really, really good bronzer, and it's like $5 or something, so I just wanted to mention that quick. So something that I really like, it's just like you have to be careful with it because it's a concealer, is the LA Girl Pro Concealer as like a bronzer. This one's in the shade Chesnut. It's very, very dark. Let me see if you can see like how dark it actually is. It's pretty stinking dark. So you have to use a pretty light hand with this and a sponge. If you use a brush, it's a little bit harder to blend out because you've got a lot of like pigment there, but it's perfect to give me just a really intense bronzer without having to go over top with a powder bronzer, which is something I normally have to do with like a cream contour or bronzer. I always go over with a powder, but this is perfect when I want like a full glam look without any powder. It just works really well for me, so I really, really enjoy that. Another just bronzing product, because we tend to like bronzers. This is the Laura Geller Baked Body Frosting in Tahitian Glow. This is phenomenal if you don't like to self-tan like me. I did self-tan actually. I just use like my Jergens lotion or whatever, the fair one. But this is great if I just want to look bronzy from the neck up, you know. I'll just bronze my body with this. I'll use my Real Techniques powder brush and just like... And it makes you super dark, super tan, and you don't have to deal with like the patchiness and trying to keep up with it like you do a regular self-tanner, as well as it looks really pretty on the face. It also has the perfect undertone for most foundations, because at least Rachel's self-tanner, when she uses Loving Tan or whatever other ones you use, I don't know, they have a very yellow undertone, and most of our foundations run more on the pink neutral side, because no foundations come in a golden yellow tone, and this has more of a red undertone, so it matches foundations so much better when they're darker. It's just a really good product, and you get tons of product in it, so you'll like never run out of it. Yeah. A couple blush products. This is the Essence Satin Touch Blush, broken, in 10 Satin Coral. I really like this. I was just trying to find like a blush to kind of like start to try and go through, because I get stuck in a rut when it comes to blushes, and it kind of sucks because we've got all these blushes and then I just use one blush for like 2 months. And so I started using this one again, which I never really like loved. I never got really into it, but I think this is beautiful. I'm not actually wearing it today, which kind of sucks. This would be perfect to be like, yeah, look at my perfect flush. But this is really, really pretty. It's a nice matte blush. It's satin, but it just doesn't really have a sheen to it, but it's just gorgeous. It's just like a perfect kind of pinky shade, but almost gives you a bronzy look. I don't know, it's lovely. And then my Nars Wanted To Cheek palette. This as a whole is phenomenal. I really, really love this shade here, which I think is Teos or Clean. Oh, I'm not 100% sure, but this shade's gorgeous to look like you have like a little bit of a sunburn. This shade is nice as like a highlight blush topper. Like if you just kind of want like a cute little glow, but you don't want to put on a shit ton of highlighter, or if you just want a cute little glow, but you don't want to put on a ton of highlighter, you can just take like a fluffy blush brush and just kind of like sweep around. It looks gorgeous. The peach shade's gorgeous. This is just, I think, one of my faves. Another blush product that, well, I haven't gotten it yet, but I ordered it and I already know how much I love it. It's the Natasha Denona Blush and Glow. It's beautiful and I've been obsessed with it, so. And then another Natasha Denona product. This is the Cranberry palette. Oh my god, is this beautiful. I've only used it a couple of times, but both times that I used it, I got so many compliments on it. Like, I don't know if it's, I think it's just the tones in here suit me well. I think I look pretty good in pinks and purples, but the shades are so buttery and beautiful, and this one I wish got a little deeper, but you can build it up pretty well to make it look nice. this is a very well-rounded palette. I know some people say like the Natasha Denona formula is different in the minis, and I don't know that I disagree. This is definitely a different formula, but I don't think it's bad by any means.
It's just as good, just different.
Yeah, it's just slightly different. This shimmer is the same as the other formula. This one's a little different. It's more of a topper, but oh my god, I love this, and you just get like the most perfect, easy, everyday look. You can pair it with falsies or without, and it just looks so flattering, I feel. So I just really, really love this. And then I have another mention, which is the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive with biotin and blueberry. Oh, it's a blueberry lash. I was gonna say primer. But this is actually quite nice. I like how much comes out on the applicator. I think that's why I like it so much, because it's just like loaded up. For example, this freaking pure lash glue. It's very good. It works well, but the applicator's horrendous. But can you see that? It's basically like painting your entire lash. There's no product on it, but the brush, oh god, it's so bad. Yeah, but the glue itself is good. It's just I hate the applicator on it. But this one's good. It's nice. It's got a lot of thickness. I don't know. It's got a lot of product on it. And I find that it does hold my lashes on quite well. I used it once and I absolutely despised it, and then ever since then I've really liked it. So I don't really know why it didn't work for me the first time, but so far so good. I still peel out all my eyelashes at the end of the night, so it's perfect. And then I just wanted to mention quick these Profusion glitter liners, sparkling eyeliner. Oh, I've been calling them the wrong thing this whole time. I got these in like the sets, little blush, the little, hold on, I have one. I got them in these little mixed metals palette. I got rid of the other one, but it's a silver and a rose gold. I think these sets were like $10, but these are really, really good, surprisingly. I was kind of thinking they weren't going to be, because I'm a little skeptical sometimes with Profusion, because they can be a little hit or miss. But the thing I have, they're very similar to like the Urban Decay ones, but I like the applicator better on these because it's a little more stiff. With the Urban Decay, I'm like flapping around, and the Urban Decay ones kind of hurt my eyes. I'll like apply and I'm like, ow, 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 and then it goes away and it's fine. But these, there's no burn. You have tons of precision and tons of glitter. I think they're really good. I wish they sold these individually, but I just wanted to mention, like, if you wanted to try them, like, they're really good and worth it if you can still get them in that set. Then lastly, I just wanted to mention the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. I've been really obsessed with this again. I used it all the time for a while because it was like the only sponge I had, and then I went to my Eco Tools one, which I really loved, my Flower Beauty, my L'Oreal, but now I'm hooked on this one again. It's the squishiest thing, and it's so good. I don't know what people hate this sponge, but they're wrong. So just so you know, this is like the best sponge on the planet. It's just the perfect texture. It's so much more squishy than the Beauty Blender. It's way better than Beauty Blender. I don't even like a Beauty Blender anymore. I don't like the texture of a Beauty Blender. It soaks up all my product, and I don't know, it just feels weird when I pounce it on my skin. I don't like it anymore. But this, I love. Alright guys, that completes our video today. If you like have any of these products, like specifically, like go out and buy these because they're $5. They're phenomenal. I hate that they're small, but I really need somebody else to talk about how good these are as finishing spray, because I feel like did you get it on a whim when you got the cucumber one? Pretty much. And it was phenomenal. So I'm gonna need you guys to go out and try it like right now and let us know, because it's so good. But let us know if, like, what kind of products you've been loving lately. We've been on like a pretty much buy the blush palette she had a gift card from because she got Team Member of the Month at work. But just let us know what you've been loving, because we always like to keep our eye out for some new products. And yeah, go ahead and hit us up on the Instagram at Twintorials. We post pretty much every day on there, sometimes with the exception of Sunday, but always Monday through Friday. And then we post 3 days a week here. So go ahead and subscribe, and we better see you in the next video.